Hello, my name is Rodney. I'm from the PO Gamer Kicker YouTube channel. Today, going over my top 10 favorite solo board games. And everybody's gonna be like, solo board games? Come on. How fun can that be? Well, think about it this way. Same thing as a video game. It's just that you're rolling the dice and moving the monsters around yourself. And if you want to use a cheat code, all you gotta do is be like, well, I'll just say that monster's attack was a 2 instead of a 4. So, go ahead and get started. Number 9 is kind of hit or miss with me sometimes. Some people like it, some people don't. This is, I got the Deluxe Survivors Kit, and that is Chaosile. Basically, it is a card game to where you hear like cards, you get these little tokens, or they're just basically like little glass beads. And you just basically go around killing monsters. You have dungeons, stuff like that. It's a pretty good little time killer. There's some strategy to it, not a humongous amount. I bought this because I actually saw somebody review it online, and I was like, well, it looks really interesting. And I found out they had this Survivors Kit, which had like all their expansions in it. I think it was like $20. It's like a lot cheaper than everything. And I got it. And I was like, hey, I've had a lot of enjoyment out of it for the little bit of money I spent on it. Okay. That's number 10. Number 9 is a game. A lot of people call it, it's a Yahtzee variant, I think, or a Yahtzee clone, reskinning, or whatever you can call it. But I played it a few times with my friends. I played it a lot. Well, not a lot, but I played it a few times for myself, and it's pretty enjoyable. There's others I'd probably rather play than this one. But this one, if I'm tired of playing the other ones, this is something I can pull out and be like, all right. It's also got a Cthulhu theme to it, and that is Elder Sign. Basically, so you can see the back of the box, because it's kind of sprawling. You have these large cards that you spread out, and there's different locations you go to, and different things. And when you die, you actually just get another character, and you keep trying until like so many of them die or something like that, and then the game's over. But yeah, it's pretty much a Yahtzee variant, because you roll dice, you can pick some up, roll them again, things like that. So I like the theme of it. Makes the game really more than the gameplay. Okay, another one is actually just a solo game. You can't play with more than one player, and that is Fredman Friars Friday. Basically, you are a shipwreck survivor. Basically, I think you're just yeah, I think you're a shipwreck survivor, so I'm pretty sure. But basically, you come ashore on this island and you try to survive. Pretty fun game. Doesn't take that long. Let's see. I don't know if it says on the back how long it takes. But I mean, every time I play, I've generally died. I don't think I've ever beaten this game yet. I keep messing up and dying, or I read the rules wrong. I'm like, oh, I should have done this, or I should have done that, and it ends up getting me killed. Okay, so that was number 8, and number 7 is actually this one. I put them in the wrong order. Okay, and this is a card game that I've actually never played more than one player. That is Lord of the Rings, the card game. It's a pretty good card game. I'd never actually take this box down, because what I do is I carry that around when I play it, because basically you have all these decks, and I mean, you can do things. You have these counters and stuff like that. I don't use them. I basically just use a piece of paper. You have all these little tokens. I don't use them. I use like a little paper and make little, like basically use like little post-it notes to stick below the cards, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you basically have your story deck and your scenario cards, and you have your character. These are like extra. I mean, I've got like, let's see. There's 4 different expansions I've not opened, and these are basically, I carry around these that has the decks and stuff separated in them. so that I know so I know what to carry when I need to play. Because it's something you can take with you. But these are all expansions that I've got that I've never opened yet. But it is a fun single player game. It takes a little bit of time to get used to. There's some of the gameplay in it is a little unusual, but like I said, I never carry this big box around. I mainly always carry just those decks. The next game is actually I love playing it multiplayer. It's actually to me it's better multiplayer than it is solo. But so far I don't think I've ever played this game correctly. Every single time I've played, I've screwed the rules up, multiplayer or solo, and that is Mage, not the board game. Very good game. A lot of people call this a Euro game in disguise because you got your little miniatures and everything with it. But this game is really fun. Holy cow. But read the rules, because every single time I've ever played it, I've always ended up putting a card in it I shouldn't have, because like in certain scenarios you don't play with certain cards and things like that. And it's like, wow, this is really easy. Or like my friend Tim got this one card, and I was like, how are you able to do this? And then like we found out, oh, wait a minute, we weren't supposed to be playing with that card. So yeah, that's one of the things you just got to make sure you sit, because the setup is a little long on that sometimes. But actually solo, if you have the game set up to where you know this is what I need for solo play, then you don't have that issue. If you don't, and you end up like going like, well, I played it multiplayer last time, so this time I need to make sure I take out those multiplayer cards and I add all the other cards into it, and then it's like, you forget to do it, and you have an issue like, oh crap, now I need to draw another card because of this card I can't use because it's for multiplayer only. All right, well, that's the 10 through 6. I want to go ahead and move on to the top 5. I'm not going to make you wait to another video, but number 5 is actually surprisingly, well, you could technically call this a zombie game. My number 10, because there is a zombie expansion for it, I believe, a zombie deck, but it was included in this. But this is my first technically first true zombie game, and it's this actually they call a simulation zombie survival game, which actually I like a lot, and that is all things zombie. Basically, you have a hexagon map, or octagonal, I can't remember. Which one is the 6-sided? Yes, it's like that. Can't remember. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You basically have a character, you move around, and you're trying to get supplies and survive, stuff like that. And the thing is that you get guns, you get ammo. But if you shoot a gun, you have a chance to spawn more zombies. And depending on how you roll, they appear at different places, and they come toward, you actually put a marker on the board to where the gunshot was, and that's where they come to. So it's like, well, crap, I fired a gun right outside my base, and now all the zombies that are around are coming to my base. So you're like, man, see, it's really hard. You got to be very careful what you do. It's better, actually, a lot of times it's better to run or hide than it is to actually fight. But all things zombie, really good if you like simulation type games like that. All right. Oddly enough, there are no war games. This is actually the closest to a war game that's actually on my list. Okay, number 4, we have another Cthulhu game. And this is actually, well, it's a relatively new game. And it's actually probably this is actually about one of the newer games I've gotten. And I found this at Half Price Books. It was like insanely cheap. I could not believe how cheap this game was. It actually had an expansion with it and everything. And I think I got it like 20, 30 bucks or something. And that is Eldritch Horror. Never beaten it yet on solo. I've actually played it twice solo and had a lot of fun doing it. And I lost horribly. Because you travel around the world and you get these different things. You go here and there, and there's basically different places on the map. You have to go there to do certain things. I remember somebody was like, they were talking about how what they wanted, because like, this is Eldritch Horror. Yeah, there's Arkham Horror. They said, what you need to do is when you go to certain cities, you play a game of Arkham Horror for that city, and then when you get back, when you get done with that game, then you can come back to this. And I'm like, there are people who are like, that would take like a month to play a single game. And they're like, yeah, it would be fun. But yeah, you're going traveling around the world trying to stop one of the Elder Ones from coming through, either Cthulhu or I can't remember the other names of the other ones, but lots of cards in this, lots of little pieces. The pieces are really, I mean, the component quality in this is just phenomenal. But very good game. Loved playing it solo. Okay. And that was number 4. Number 3 is I actually love tower defense games. Always loved them, don't know why. I actually played them on the computer, and I've played them in Warcraft, and I played them on my phone, and like I have a bunch of different versions out, and I really like them. It's a pretty fun type of game to play. And there's a board game for it, and that is Castle Panic. This is a game I got for Christmas. Holy cow, it's really fun. Basically, you have like a castle in the middle here, and around it you have the different guys that can come from any direction, and you have to basically try to stop them from getting to your castle. I don't know why, but my board, the back of it feels like it was wet, or the sticker didn't adhere properly. I'm not sure if that's common or not, but the front of the box looks really good. But this game is really cool because you get these different cards. You can fight the monsters. You can move. You can do like basically the monsters move at different rates and things like that. Very good. And what you do is in your castle, you have different walls. You have an outer wall and an inner wall, and you're trying to stop them from getting in. And it's like orcs or something, I think. There's actually a zombie panic, which is the same thing. You're in a house and it's zombies coming towards you. There's a little bit of variance in the game, but I want to get that too. But this one is very, very good. Okay. Now, number 2 is, I think, was probably the first solo game I ever played. Solo board game. And I bought this just a number of years ago. I mean, I'm not the original owner of this game. This was bought at like a used bookstore, and you can actually download this for free off the internet. It's not public domain, but the company put all the files out, and people have redone the maps and everything, and it looks really, really nice. So if you want to play it, it's free. And that is Barbarian Prince. So far, I've never beaten this one either. I played it like 4 or 5 times. This version has this. There's a little figure in this one, but this is your game board. It's actually made of card. It's like a pretty thick cardboard, and depending on, you actually start in a different place depending on this right here is your key. It shows you what the terrain is like, and there's a scenario book. So where is this? It. That's the book instruction booklet, and like you have these different sheets. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to this game. And this right here is your event booklet. So depending on what happens, it tells you to go to page like E045, Arch of Travel, and you read it and it tells you what happens. So sometimes you got to fight people, sometimes you run into people. The first time I played it, I died on the second day, I can't remember. Like, I got a horse but lost it, and then I was killed by raiders or something. I can't remember, but I died very, very quickly. The first time I think it's the first time I played it. I'm pretty sure it was that. But pretty good game, pretty fun. It does take up a little space because you do have the big map. You do have this map in front of you, and if you download the ones that people have done, the redone images of it, it's bigger. That map I showed you is one of the smaller versions, but very good game. And number 1 is another zombie game, and this game I actually love playing solo. It is very, very good. You can actually play with more than one player with this version. This is the retail version of it, and that is Zombie in My Pocket. This is very, very fun, but this isn't actually the first way I played it. This game was originally a free print and play game. This is the version I printed out years and years ago that I still have and I still play. Actually, I've only played this one twice. And I've played this version numerous times. This stays in my backpack and goes pretty much everywhere I go, anywhere I go. And what it is just a... You have, but in the free version, is literally these paper tiles and these event cards and the instruction booklet. And the instruction booklet is what they call a pocket thing. Basically, you print the booklet out and you cut it a certain way. So basically, a sheet of paper, you cut the hole in the middle, and you basically fold it like that, and it turns into a book that the pages are in it. Pocket organizer, no, not pocket organizer, pocket square, something like that. I can't remember, but there's a lot of things like on the internet you can do with that people do with things like this, and it is very, very fun. Basically, you have inside tiles, outside tiles, and what you're trying to do when you're inside, you're trying to get this demonic idol. You're trying to take it outside, get to the graveyard, and bury it. And you got to do that before time runs out. Well, these cards here are your item cards and time card, and the time. So as time goes on, you got 2 days, I believe, to do it. So the first time you go through this, you do the first thing, and then the second time you go through the stack, you do the second one. Very good game, very fun. The retail version has a multiplayer variant, which is actually what the retail version is mainly for, is multiplayer. That when you run into zombies, you get to vote. Everybody votes. Do you fight or run? If you fight and you lose health points. If you run, you don't lose any health points, but you don't actually get... But the thing is if everybody runs, you're never going to beat anything. That's the thing, is that we actually played one game to where this one guy, he always ran. He never would fight. Well, the thing was, he ended up being the last person alive. If you're the last person, you can't run. You have to fight. And he was like, I run. He's like, you can't. He's like, yeah, I want to run. I don't want to fight this guy. I was like, you can't. You're the last one. The zombies follow you. The reason why you're able to learn this other time is because somebody else is alive. He goes, oh, you didn't? I was like, yes, we did. Why do you think everybody else was fighting and you were running? So, yeah. There's different things. There's chainsaws in it. You can get this chainsaw, but it uses gas. So every time you use it, after you get done, you roll this die. And if you roll it's a 1 or a 2, the chainsaw's out of gas. And so good. So basically, like, you have these monsters. Their power level, you basically... Everybody together has to, when they put all their stuff in, if they're fighting, they have to be above the zombies' attack number. And whatever the difference is, like say the attack is 4 and you only have 3 points, well, one person has to take a damage. If you can only have 2 attack and there's zombies 4, then there's 2 points to distribute out. So very good. I really enjoy it. And it's great because like sometimes some people were like they're just running, they don't want to do anything, and eventually it's bring it blank. Eventually you get to the point to where if you get with a bunch of people that know that okay, we need to fight, and everybody does stay around and fights, you can come pretty close to beating it most times. But not always. Solo, when I first started, I could beat it maybe 10% of the time. Now, maybe around 40 to 50 if I'm lucky, because the game, it's really designed to beat you. It's not designed for you to win. So, highly recommend it. Free game, free print and play. Go to Board Game Geek, type in Monster in My Pocket. Or no, Zombie in My Pocket, sorry. Zombie in My Pocket, and the print and play version, it's free. Just print it out, cut it out, and play. Great game. It's actually something I played on an airplane before, and it's kind of weird when people look at you. I'm just like, I don't care. I'm playing a game. It's fun. So, actually, here's one thing. I'm not sure if I can or not. maybe I could take out the tiles from this version and using this. But that, I'm not sure if I'd want to do that, because that would make this a lot thicker. Because I kind of like the way this is right now, because it's not too thick. It's really thin. I mean, you could put that in your back pocket if you wanted to. And if you lose it, it's just paper. You're not losing components to your game. But yeah, either way, I might look at that, and I'm not sure. I'll probably just leave it like this as it is. But anyways, that's my top 10 games, top 10 solo board games. If you never played a solo board game, one of these 10 games would be a really good start. There's a lot more out there that are really good. I've got others that I've just not played yet, honestly. These are just 10 of the ones I have played. There's a bunch of war games out there that you can play solo. If you like the strategy type games, things like that, there's a bunch of other type of games, card games, things like that are really good. I have a few of the things that some people would consider board games, some people wouldn't. The dark fantasy games, it's basically a booklet that you read, and depending on what you do, you go somewhere, and you have this little thing you pull out. It's kind of like a board. Well, I mean, pretty much it is kind of like this, in all honesty. But I didn't really consider those board games, so I didn't pull them into it. Well, I mean, technically, if you want to get technical, this isn't a board game; it's a card game. But I do think I think you understand what I mean. Very good game. So yeah, well, there's quite a few card games. This is a card game. I mean, Elder Sign's a card game, so technically, well, card/board games. We'll say that. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be back here soon with another video, and till next time. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked the video, go ahead and give me a like. If you'd like to see more from me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I release at least 2 videos a week. Most of the time I release more. Leaving a comment actually helps me a lot. Helps me know what you'd like, dislike, or would like to see on my channel. So go ahead and leave me a comment. If you would like to get in touch with me, have any questions or anything like that, you can go ahead and email me at vmail@pogamer.com. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time.